All right, welcome back, Man Cave Influencers. I am your host. Good to see everyone again. Hope you are enjoying your pre-weekends. We're going to have some videos of guys wearing suits, but before that, I'd like to say like, share, and subscribe. Peace and salutations to everyone that tunes in and says like. I really appreciate you guys. So let's get to the first video of the problem of certain men wearing suits.
Y'all are annoying as I saw one lady talk about, I thought this was great until my homegirl said her baby daddy was a part of this stroll and wouldn't take her kid to the doctor's. Wouldn't make a goddamn doctor's appointment for their kid because he had to go put his suit on and stand in a line with some other.
Oh my God. You know, it's crazy when you can't even just like put on the suit. And like you just looking at them, you know the type of guys they go after. It's the ones that don't wear suits. Oh, some random chick you know. Well, automatically I'm gonna have to fact check that one because you know if you, what did she say? Let's rewind that.
A kid to the doctor. Annoying as I saw one lady talk about, I thought this was great until my homegirl said her baby daddy was a part of it.
There you go. The moment you say her your homegirl or baby daddy, immediately canceled out. It's immediately canceled out because what you're saying is that in this community, also all we got are men who got baby daddies. No, it's just 10% of men that you keep choosing.
This stroll wouldn't take her kid to the doctor's. Wouldn't make a goddamn doctor's appointment for their kid because he had to go put his suit on and stand in a line with some other. My problem was how we don't feel like men are holding their friends as adults accountable for being faithful in relationships, for showing up as fathers, for taking advantage of women.
So that we have a clear understanding that has been debunked multiple times that black fathers are actually more involved in their children than other race of people. But we keep pushing it. And I do mean certain groups of women keep pushing it because bitterness is probably the best union they will ever have. They don't have a union with men anymore. They destroyed that. So now you can say it's because of the government. No, they still made a choice. It's because of feminism. Still made a choice. The fact of the matter is you guys made a decision to turn against your men. And then you have these harpies that come out here talking that nonsense about guys in suits. How does this affect you? I don't know. But you know what I don't hear you talking about? These men are jokes, shooting up the neighborhoods. You ever notice you never hear them talk about that? Because they're attracted to those guys. I have videos I'm going to be making of girls flirting with prisoners who are in jail. Oh, he's cute and this and that. They're in jail. This is why, that's why I'm glad that women put this online so men see this. Because it's important for men to see that they don't care about you. If you excite them, that's all that matters. These women have been around the bend. And I guarantee you it was with the same guys that they're complaining about. Baby daddies are on the line. The ones you're complaining about are the ones who aren't in line. The ones that have the tight pants or the saggy pants or whatever you find attractive. Those are the guys you really find attractive. You know it.
It's just really strange to me what we now view as a positive image. The idea of just putting on a suit. We are witnessing a RICO case, and everybody from YSL are constantly in suits.
This is still low-key a little racist and a little anti-black. It's almost to say the only positive image we can have of a black man is in a suit. The majority of people who do the most community outreach, they're in sweatpants, hoodies, and t-shirts.
But also for a lot of the blue-collar jobs, which shouldn't be deemed as unimportant
or not positive,
are the ones who have to wear the construction boots or denim jeans or just t-shirts.
Yeah, but the only problem is with everything you just mentioned, women like you don't respect those men because you don't think that a lot of those jobs make a lot of money, which they do. But that shows you the ignorance of most women. Y'all want the man that makes $80,000 but looks like he makes $80,000 because he's got to make all that money. And, he's got to make more money than me when actually that's just incomplete. It's just completely stupid because still, regardless of how you want to look at it, black men still out earn black women regardless of how much money they make. The percentage obviously favors men, but you'll keep pushing this narrative that you guys are ballers. Y'all don't respect those jobs because you think that a garbage man doesn't make that much money when they do. Sanitation workers make a lot of money, but they work with garbage. So a lot of stupid people think that they don't make money. They're hood rats. They are for the streets. They are talking about street dudes. They're not talking about the guys wearing suits. Why is it that you can't, in no other race do I see where men wear suits, you find that as a problem? Just because they're wearing suits, why is it immediately, well, they got to just fix the community. That's your community now. You guys wanted to be single mothers. Y'all wanted to do with the Pookies and Ray Rays. That's your community now. Those men have moved on to other countries. Plain and simple.
So if you're so active on the app formerly known as Twitter, then I'm sure you have seen this video. It's literally just a video of them going.
Jiffy Pop heads. Y'all, see, when men started saying, we're tired of you seeing Jiffy Pops, y'all kept doing it. When they get tired of seeing you in weaves, y'all did it even more. Every time these men say something that they don't want, y'all do it. That shows your disobedience. We just started the video, and already you're showing your disobedience. Not to mention the fact that you can't lose weight, because I can see the rolls in your neck.
Down the line of black men in suits, and the caption is black men in positive image. And when anyone is giving them pushback or asking about this picture, they're just saying we're being negative. But I just have a few questions.
I got a question for you. Since you're so concerned with these men, can you go to the gym and lose weight? Or is that sexist, racist, or fat phobic? I don't know.
How many of these men are husbands or significant others? How many of these men are active fathers in their children's lives?
Again, a debunked narrative that keeps being pushed by the orbiters, simps, and women like yourself. There are more men involved with their children than any other race. But of course, you keep pushing because you like the negativity, because you live and probably got impregnated by a Pookie who basically could care less about taking care of his kid because he didn't want it from the get-go.
There is child support to be paid. Is it current? Are these men active partners in their relationships? How are they positively influencing their local community? Are they holding men around them accountable who do not do the things that I just said?
How about this? Men hold other men accountable more than women do to other women. The only time you hold them accountable is the ones that basically side with men. I'm sorry. I meant to call it pick-me's. You know, the euphemism echo chamber. The women who would rather just be with a man than complain about them all day. Oh, they're pick-me's because, well, they get chosen. Or maybe just maybe they realize that it's not the problem isn't really with them. It's really with you women.
Because it's not enough for you to be the type of man that lives up to the societal image of what a positive black man is. But if you entertain men who are not that way, you're just as big of a problem, especially if you don't call them out. I guess I just don't understand why black men knowing what Burlington Coat Factory is means it's a positive image. But okay, all right.
So let me ask you a question, because before I get to the next video, how about we ask this question? Do you say that to the guys that wear the saggy pants? No, you don't. Do you go to the men who basically got priors? No, you don't. Do you go to the men who have multiple baby daddies? You don't. You want to know why you never hear women talking about this? It's because that's who they're attracted to. The proof is in the pudding. And it's the 1,000 calories, and she's eating that up by the gallons. You mean this bothers y'all so much that y'all don't even know what it feels like to just be a man who wears a suit. Like, the only time a lot of them see a suit and tie is pretty much for a court date. And these women are so used to it that they think that's the only time that a man should be wearing a suit. Are you kidding me? That is disturbing. Why aren't you making videos about the guys who are shooting up your neighborhoods or the guys who are impregnating the same group of women? How come y'all never make videos of that? Because I don't care. That's who you're attracted to. It just never ends with y'all.
We are tired of black men doing these performative ass, useless ass.
Oh, now you got the black women's flag goers, the alphabet mafia. Oh my God. And it's so funny. Y'all like the alphabet mafia so much, but when you don't like a man, the first thing you do is insult them with their sexuality.
Suit videos. Y'all will plan to put on a damn suit and do a video, but you won't plan to read a damn book about misogyny, about homophobia, and then plan to meet up. Sure, how about y'all meet up in your damn useless ass suits and talk about misogyny, talk about homophobia, talk about how I've heard it differently, I think every 3 days a woman is unalived, but I think every 5 minutes a black woman is unalived.
Oh my God, y'all keep. You know what? You are a woman because you sound just as stupid. Y'all keep quoting the same thing and just taking that one small part that has been debunked multiple times. First, it was every half hour. Then it's every 5 minutes. Then every second. You know what? Things would be a lot peaceful if they kept unaliving themselves every second. Because then, you know what? Before the years ended, we don't have to listen to you complain about nonsense. And then the men can sit around and figure out a plan to fix the community because you're all extinguished. Oh, well, what about all the women? Like, how are you going to reproduce? There's plenty of countries out there. If you're going to quote something, please quote it correctly. They're online. You can easily look at it online and find out the actual stats. This shows you how stupid they really are. It's ridiculous.
And predominantly majority by black men in this country. Why don't y'all plan to get together and have a group discussion? And maybe y'all don't like to read. How about you listen to a podcast of people, of women, of professionals who have read books about this, who study misogyny, homophobia, ableism, etc.
You know what I really like is that we've become the era of every isms possible. You know what? I'm going to accept who I am. I am a misogynist. I like women. I don't treat people who are equal. You want to know why? Because you hide behind the court system that favors you. I'm a misogynist. I look at women the way that they should be looked at. Sex objects. Why? Because you do OnlyFans and you wear clothes that basically is showing off your body. I'm a misogynist. You're right. But I'm only reacting to what they put out there. You want me to take you seriously, but yet you want to wear clothing that basically puts you out there as being a sex worker? And then you have people who are professionals, like doctors, lawyers, even nurses, et cetera, who act a certain way, but they want to be taken seriously after doing the 304 phase. Okay. Misogyny is just something that we like to say when there's also misandry, but we don't like bringing that up because they're a protected group. And I could care less about the alphabet mafia and your problems. I really could care less. All right, so what? You're like the 1% of the population. You think I give a crap about what you're going through? No. You don't care about me, so why should I care about you? I don't need to read a book to know that you have a mental problem. Well, you can't even decide who you are and and for whatever reason, you can't figure out how to put on a shirt. I don't know who you flexing for, boy.
And are sharing the information so that y'all can have a group discussion about how you contribute to said misogyny and queerphobia and transphobia. Y'all just couldn't allow a positive image of black men to remain positive. This image does nothing for us, for our community. You in suits does nothing for us. It is not pushing us. It's not progressing us forward.
This isn't for you. See, in a new world for why these men are doing it, the alphabet mafia has nothing to do with it. They're actually in their own little community who's protected by the government temporarily. And for the women, they already chose that they want the community themselves. So I don't really care about them either. The ones that do want to be a part of us, they're welcome with open arms because they know that it's stupid to try to stand alone than it is united. Be together is more important. But you go ahead and push that narrative. These men are just wearing suits. I want you to mind you, they're just wearing suits. Only in this community. Well, okay, you're wearing a suit, but what are you doing? I ain't doing nothing. The men who are wearing suits are probably the ones who are not destroying their community. Those are the other ones that you keep ignoring.
It is a pathetic, useless display. We're tired of it. We're tired of seeing these performative-ass, non-intellectual, rooted-based actions. Have a group discussion. How about all of you meet and have a group discussion? The way that black women will have discussions online about how they contribute to homophobia and how they're actually reading books, they're reading bell hooks. How they're talking about subjects talked about on podcasts, like Small Doses with Amanda Seales, where she brings on professionals to talk about this stuff. Where some of them will talk about the Laverne Cox show that brings on professionals who are in various professions who talk about different concepts.
She looks crazy.
And they talk about how they're unlearning parts of themselves and becoming better human beings. Devote your
I'm sorry, be a better human for you? Technically, you don't even you class yourself as a human. You're an enigma. Think I give a crap about you? Please. And it has nothing to do with being homophobic. You can do whatever you want. But when you come to me telling me that I don't know how to be a man, when you can't even decide what you are, please miss me with that noise. Don't and people don't conflate what he's doing with the rest of the community, because the people who are quiet are living their lives and doing what they want to do with their lives, and no one cares. This has nothing to do with homophobia. Because if you really want to talk about homophobia, talk to the women you support, who say they support you, but when a man says something they don't like, the first thing they do is call you, you know what? They attack your manhood. But no, people like you don't want to call up misandry, because that doesn't come out of your English dictionary.
time to actually doing some stuff that helps the black community, and not these useless ass suit videos.
So what does help the community? Because I never see you go after the gangbangers or the people who make rap videos, and the videos who basically where all the women volunteer to go onto those rap videos and dress the way the rappers want them to, and basically do all the most disgusting things. Or what about the ones of the women who are rappers, who are, if you want to call it rappers, who go out there saying some of the most nastiest things? I guarantee you won't see a thing. Because you gotta protect your sisterhood. We're sisters. I'm a bald, beard-headed sister, and I gotta protect my girlfriends, girl. Yeah? How come y'all won't ever say nothing about that? Gee, I wonder why. Because you picked a side, and you've proven that, yes, you're a part of the Alpha Mafia, because you have nothing between your legs.
Because these same mother in suits are most likely misogynists.
So what?
Y'all won't read books, you won't listen to podcasts, but you will come on this damn app and argue us down, argue women, argue queer black people.
I don't see you as people. I know that's gonna get me canceled. I don't care. I don't see you as people. The moment you start coming at these men and try to join sides with the women who actually have the body that you wish you had, please miss me with that noise. I could care less what you say. And most of those men could care less. And there's only a fraction of men who are going on the women's channels. See, the fact is, you had to take something a man did and put it on your channel because it bothered you that much. I put it on my channel, what you do, because it's hilarious to me. Just to show the rest of the men what they really think of you.
Black women, queer black people, trans black people, you will argue us down when we talk about misogyny, and you will deny the impact of misogyny. You will deny your role in misogyny and queerphobia. Y'all will spend hours on this damn app, whether in the actual panels talking and unmuting yourselves, or you'll be in the comment sections listening to people talk about this stuff. You'll spend hours doing it, but you won't spend 1 hour listening to a podcast from a woman, a black woman, talking about intersectionality, talking about how to unlearn these issues.
You want to know why? Because you can't learn anything from most of the women that are talking. They all have an agenda. And the ones that you would listen to, Mrs. Ali, I can't remember her first name. She was talking about the problem, but you wouldn't listen to that black woman because that black woman was holding black women responsible. So you guys didn't care about her. Oh, but as long as it fits the narrative, you guys are all cool with that. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? But I thought you listened to black women.
Because it is constantly damaging our community. It is constantly unaliving us. The rest of us who are not cisgender heterosexual black men. Useless.
My God, this is we're doomed. Men, get your passports. Go someplace else. I mean, I laugh because it's funny to me that people will sit here and they'll listen to my video and say, "Oh, you're a misogynist and you're homophobic." I says, "No, I like gay people. They're cool. The ones that don't try to push narratives, they're cool. Trans people, I believe whatever I want to believe. They're cool too. I could care less what they do. It's the ones that push this stupid narrative. And this guy sounds just like a chick complaining about they're being unalive every second. I know that sounds like we'd be extinct by the end of the year, but they're being unalive by black men. Black men, this misogynist. I was born as one. I got into a car accident. I hit my head, and now I think I'm a woman. So those misogynists. I'm no longer a misogynist. I have been freed from my misogyny, and I am now a woman with a baseball bat between my legs. I don't give a crap what the hell you think. I don't care what anybody thinks. This is stupid. All the problems that the community has, and guess what? Y'all are concerned with men in suits. Not Sukiana and Bell Bottom Red with all the nonsense that they're pushing with the over-sexualization of your female youth. Not Synthetic G with her complete hatred towards men because she was wronged by men that she chose, the bottom 10% of men. Not the women who basically do the rap videos, not the women who were single mothers by choice because they chose to pick a pookie that didn't want to be in that child's life, not the women who basically do all the dumb stuff like unaliving their own children. Funny how you talk about unaliving women, but you never talk about the ones that unalive their own children because they were reckless, who go to the abortions and leading the abortions in the millions of aborted fetuses. You want to tell me that men in suits are the worst thing to happen since all of that? Oh, let's not forget the gangbangers who didn't make that list. The saggy pants wearing people who didn't make that list, and all the other isms. But you can name every left wing nonsense of every ism you can think of, because misogyny only exists. There's no such thing as misandry, of course. Oh, the homophobic. No one hates you. They just don't care. They just don't want to hear your nonsense. You can be gay and work and live a nice, wonderful life. It's when you start ramming things down people's throat, no pun intended, to accept who you are. That's the problem. But of course, I don't expect you to do that, because you got to go up with the sisterhood. And if they disagree with what you say, you're going to have to apologize real quickly and fix your problems. Sad world we live in.